X Special Forces unleashes ancient evil. Hidden for 2,000 years, 2025. Action movie. Full movie. Recap in today's movie. A former Special Forces soldier joins an expedition deep in the desert. But when they unlock a cursed tomb, they awaken something. Far worse than death. A forgotten queen, sealed away for 2,000 years, ready to claim what's hers. This is the story of betrayal, bloodlines, and a curse that was never meant to be broken. Before our motivation, kindly subscribe and press bell icon button. Also comment what you like. Movie. The tomb was never meant to be opened. Now they must pay the price. They warned him not to enter. But warnings are often ignored. Bai, once a decorated soldier, now a restless soul, searching not for riches, but answers. In the vast silence of the desert, his team stumbled upon a tomb buried beneath centuries of legend and dust. This was no ordinary tomb. This was Jingjueguo, a forgotten kingdom whispered only in the scrolls of ghost historians. But even the scrolls left out the most important detail. This tomb was never meant to be opened. The entrance was massive, untouched by time, sealed with markings none of them recognized. Until Shirley, the linguist, found a match in her father's forgotten research. 16 stone pillars arranged like a solar map, each one carved with a symbol from the ancient Ghost Cave clan. As they crossed the threshold, the air grew heavy. Breath became a burden. Bai felt it first, a pressure behind his eyes, the kind of weight that doesn't come from the air, but from being watched. Inside, the walls pulsed with history, murals that danced when the torches flickered. Stories of a queen betrayed, her bloodline wiped out, or so they thought. They weren't alone. The tomb was alive. Snakes slithered through cracks too narrow for sight. Symbols glowed faintly beneath layers of dust. But it wasn't until Erhu touched the central pillar that the first scream came. The scream wasn't human. From the ceiling, a massive guardian descended, part man, part serpent, held together by blackened bone and venom. They fired. Bullets echoed into the abyss. But the guardian wasn't meant to die. It was meant to stall, to warn. And with every step deeper, more warnings came. A floor that collapsed into darkness. Hallways that led back to themselves. Murals that began to change. These aren't warnings, Shirley whispered. They're tests. Then came the flower. At first, it was a smell. Sweet, familiar. It reminded them of home, of peace. But the ghost flower was a lie. It bloomed in cursed tombs to protect sacred ground. And its scent? A neurotoxin. Suddenly, reality warped. Shadows moved without light. Voices echoed, some comforting, some cruel. Bai saw his old squad, dead men reaching for him. Erhu dropped his rifle, weeping. Shirley collapsed, clutching her head, seeing her father's final moments, over and over again. They were hallucinating, but their injuries were real. The tomb wasn't trying to scare them. It was trying to break them. And then it was revealed. One of them bore the mark. A symbol, faint on the back of Shirley's neck, identical to the ones on the murals. The queen's blood still ran through her veins. You were always meant to return, Bai muttered. Her father hadn't been searching for treasure. He was trying to find her past, to understand what she was, before the tomb took her too. With the bloodline present, the tomb shifted. Walls slid away. A passage opened, one that had never appeared for anyone else. But as they stepped in, she changed. Her voice deepened. Her eyes, once full of fear, now shone with knowing. She's here, Bai said. Not Shirley, the queen. They had trusted her, fought beside her. But now she stood at the center of the tomb, calling it home. You woke me, she said, voice echoing off ancient stone. You brought me back. She raised her arms. The tomb responded. Pillars glowed, doors slammed shut, and the dead rose. Wrapped in silk, armed with rusted blades, the mummified guardians surged forward. One by one, the team fell back, desperately searching for an escape. Erhu stayed behind, holding the line. "Go!" he shouted, his last stand echoing as the door closed. They ran, but the Queen's voice followed, not loud, but inside them. "You're not done yet." In the final chamber, they found it, a bronze coffin, untouched by time, pulsing with light. Beside it, carvings told the truth. The Queen hadn't been evil. She had sacrificed herself to trap a sickness, a disease that turned blood to stone, memories to nightmares, and those infected became hollow. The ghost flower wasn't the source, it was the cure. She never wanted to return, Bai whispered. She wanted us to seal it again. But they were too late. The tomb had opened. The sickness had tasted air, it was spreading. There was one way left. Shirley, or the Queen, had to go back, to lie in the tomb, to seal it from within. "Let me do this," she said, voice no longer hers, yet full of peace. "I remember now. I was meant to protect, not destroy." She stepped into the coffin. It glowed, then locked. The walls shook. Stone poured like sand, and in seconds, it was buried again. Hubei stood alone, under the open sky. The desert was quiet again. No sounds, no whispers, only the weight of memory. They came searching for treasure. What they found was truth. Some tombs are sealed for a reason, and some souls must never awaken. Some stories are buried for a reason. Leave them there.